Hello, everyone. Hi, one, two. Hi, Nono. Welcome. So, we're gonna have to start this very quickly because I'm a little bit of on a timer. Tomorrow is my dad's birthday, but because of complications, we're celebrating it today. And so, my parents are currently out right now, but once they get back, we're probably gonna go to dinner. So this is gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream, but I did want to work on some things today. Uh, the titles, as the title suggests, we're going to be working on Patton's backstory. Um, and if we have time, then we'll start working on Logan's character. But that's what we're doing. So just jumping right into it. I started I started pulling up some things to help. One of the things being is that Patton is a person who was lost to the Fae. So I wanted to, so I'm kind of like um, sprucing up my knowledge about the Feywild and how it works and things like that. And one of them is names. I haven't decided if I want to keep Patton's name being Patton or what has like just happened to him as being in the Feywild because uh the biggest rule in the Feywild is that you don't give a Fey your name because then that gives you power over them. And I wonder, Patton being Patton, if he would have given his name out to Fey before learning the consequences of it. And also, depending on when got sent to the Feywild, did Patton even have a name? Like, what names would the Fae have given Patton during his time that he was there? And so I tried to look up things like, okay, so how did the Fae name things? And apparently, the Fae, they kind of, when a Fae is born, they don't have a name. And then as they grow up, they they start picking out names for themselves based off like attributes or other significant things about their character. So, an example being a flower fairy might give themselves a name after their favorite flower. So, like a fairy named Petunia or something. Or if a fae creature is known for being a protector, they might have a name that kind of means protector. So, to try to figure out what Patton's fae name was, we have to decide on what attributes Patton is being labeled as. So things probably like giant, because he's a giant boy. Um, maybe heart. Um, what what else? What are other attributes we can like pick names out of? Um, giant like heart. Um, animal maybe like animal like since he's a druid. Uh, protector, pacifist. That's specific. Pacifist, things like that. So let's figure out what's. I have a tiny ass bug flying in my face. Uh, let's try to figure out. My God, leave me alone, tiny ass bug. Let's try fairy names. If I try doing a fairy name generator. Uh, Fairies usually are named after natural elements like plants, plant names, derogatory errands, names that tend to sound cute. So, yeah. Let's get male names. Bumble. Bumble's spider pawn. Alright. I'm not necessarily going to like pick one of these names, but like being able to look at them might be able to spark my creativity a little bit. Or if you guys have any suggestions, th three heads are better than one. Moral? I don't know if I want to name him after Moral. Hmm. So something like uh names that you need more heads. Yeah. More brains. Okay. Crap, ads. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Um, those are girl names. Hughie. A Mr. Beef Nerf gun ad. Oh no. What's Harputa? Was that one that you saw? Or aha! I got you, you little shitter. I've killed the bug. The bug has been demolished. Get off my thumb. There we go. What is Harputa? Humbert. Ads over. Good job. You haven't missed anything. Um, ooh, maybe like a Hoomph? Hold on. I like to put names because I know that I sometimes don't pronounce names correctly or pronounce words correctly. Uh, I'll just put them into no, close. I'll just put them into Google Translate and then have Google Translate tell me how to pronounce it.
Humph.
Humph. We can name him Humph. Or there's Humphrey. I don't know. Let's go, bug killing spree. Just a reminder, you put yourself canonically as a flea, so I don't know how well you would be happy about bug killing. Um, I like Humph. Humphrey? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Yeah, that's Humphrey. You're we're liking Humphrey so far? Okay. Let's see. Any other names? Humphrey is a brilliant name. Alright, looks like we're vibing with Humphrey right now. Okay. I was hoping that maybe there was a P name, but I didn't see a P name. Okay, alright. We're adding it in. His first name is Humphrey. Let's give him a last name. Based off, so we took a name that means giant. And I want something, I think for a last name, like a peaceful giant is kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So, Humphrey Davis? No. Okay, we're gonna do, I mean, I guess Humphrey already meant, like, peaceful giant, but, um, let's try pacifist. Alright. Uh, Humphrey. Humphrey. Um, hmm. I don't like the layout of this website. Baby girl names. Okay, baby boy names. Just Humphrey means giant, giant. I always spell giant wrong. How about fall? Humphrey Fall? What's your logic for fall? Let's see. We got Paxton.
Paxton.
We got Paxton. That actually almost sounds like Patton. Frederick. Humphrey Frederick. How do you spell Humphrey again? Humphrey?
Humphrey Paxton.
I kind of like Humphrey Paxton. Nursery rhymes? Close. It's Latin. Paxton means peace town. This name is more attractive for cool to Pax. You might recognize the name Paxton in the good-hearted young in Thomas the Tank Engine. Tom Thomas the Tank Engine. I kind of like Paxton. We're gonna go with Paxton, which means peaceful town. Because I could just imagine, that like people just misunderstood Patton saying his name and thought it said Patton instead of Paxton. So I think I like that. All right. So during his time in the Fae, his name was it was Humphrey Paxton. Only because of Thomas the Tank Engine. All right. As long as we're all in agreement. Okay. So that was Patton's Fae name. I wonder if we should switch it. Should we switch it so it's Paxton Humphrey or Humphrey Paxton?
Humphrey Paxton. Paxton Humphrey.
Nah, I kind of like the idea of his first name being Humphrey. No one ever calls him Humphrey, but okay. I can have. Can I have it when Paxton calls for Flea to help? I call him Thomas. Um, Humphrey is top quality forename. All right. His first name is Humphrey. No one ever calls him Humphrey, but that is his first name. Uh, I'm going to veto that only because there's no actual context for why you would call him Thomas. You gotta give me a lore reason why you would call him Thomas. You can't just call him Thomas because Thomas the Tank Engine. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't exist in this world. If you can call him Thomas if you give me an actual reason. Otherwise, I could name you Thomas instead. We just name you Thomas instead. Because currently, your name is only just one, which is a very weird name. But I mean, you're also a flea, so who needs one when you have Thomas? Alright, you want to. Alright, I'm renaming you to Thomas. This is very funny because there's another character named Thomas. Alright. Congratulations, one. Your name is now Thomas. You are the flea, also known no. Uh One is now a flea that hangs around Patton whenever he casts the spell Infestation, and he lives in Patton's hair. So that is now the lore. Okay, I'm feeling great though. Patton now has a name. It's Humphrey Paxton. We'll add that to the name up here. Humphrey Paxton quotation marks Patton. All right. So, here's the thing. This is how we're going to help figure out what happened to Patton during his lifetime. This is a chapter out of the Xandar's Guide to Everything book. I now call upon my tiny friend Thompson. Thompson. How do you spell that? How do you spell Thompson? Is it like Topsan?
Topsan.
Maybe an E?
Topsane.
Nope, not an E. Uh,
Topsan.
your name is Topsan. Tom, Tom, Thompson?
Thompson.
Oh, that's okay. There we go. I think I got stuck on Humphrey, and somehow Humphrey became Thompson. Do you want to be Thomas or you want to be Thompson? I'll let you decide on that. So this first part is just like kind of like how to use the chart. I already know how to use it. I use this chart all the time when I'm making my random characters. Uh, you want to be Thomas? Okay. Oh, okay. You want both. All right. You're Thomas Thompson. I see. I see. Okay. Fair enough. There you go. There you go. You get both now. The lore for the flea. So there's these charts about like your parents, your birthplace, if you have siblings, what your family life is like. We're getting more flea lore, lore than we'll get to it. We're getting to it. Um, so the I really like this chapter. So we're gonna go through it, which does mean I do need my dice. Very important. We roll for. Okay. All right. So parents. The first question is if we know our parents or if we don't know our parents. It's basically if it's so we're gonna roll a 100 die. 11. Okay, so I believe that no means that we know who our parents are or were. So we're gonna go into the other notes under backstory. We'll keep that. Parents, we knew who they were. Dude, D&D is a lot of fun, though it does very much depend on who you're playing with. It is a very cooperative game, so if you're playing with friends, it can be absolutely fun. If you're playing with strangers and you're a little antisocial, it could be a little awkward. Um, and like it's definitely a game that you have to like make sure that you're in the right group to play with. But this part where you're just kind of like making your character, I think is very fun. I've made many characters that I don't even play, but I've made them. So okay, we know who our parents are. Uh, half half elf, half orc, tieflings. We don't have any of those. The birthplace. Where were we born? Um, that's another D100. 5. We were born at home. So birthplace is home. That's birthplace. Birthplace. That's home, whatever that means. Siblings. Does Patton have any siblings? That's a. So first we roll a d10. We got 10, which means, oh god, Patton had a lot of siblings. Patton gets 1d8 plus 3 siblings. 8 siblings! God, Patton has a big family. Siblings. 8 of them. I really don't like the sibling chart. I think it's too big. Like this chart really was just like, hey, you want to have a lot of siblings? Here you go. So the birth order, we're going to. I guess we're gonna roll this like. We're gonna roll this like 8 times. So for the first sibling, we got a 7, which means older. So so sibling 1 is older. Uh, we'll do it like this. And we'll flesh out these siblings later. So we have an older sibling, 5. 5 is still older. So we have another older sibling. Wow. Yeah, I've heard of bigger families. Okay, I think three is still older. Yeah, three is still older. Three older siblings. Man, Patton is like a baby. Next one. Two. I think that. Oh, I think two is twins. Twins, triplets, or quadruplets. Okay. To figure that answer out, we're going to roll a d3. Two. Triplets. So three of Patton is a form of triplets. So triplet. How do you spell triplet? Triplet, triplet, triplet. Oh, wait. No, Patton is one of the triplets. So, oh, there will be only two of them. That does mean that they are also 42 years old. Next one. Did I just seriously? Okay. I don't know if that was also a 2 that I rolled or if I just misrolled it. So we're just going to take the 5, which is older, another older sibling. 1. I think that's another. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm rolling the wrong numbers. This time for Five Nights at Freddy's? Oh, nice. I have to redo this. I rolled them wrong. My bad. I rolled these wrong. I'm supposed to be doing 2d6. Okay, 3. 3, so we still have the first one is an older child. Again, 9. That is a younger child. So Patton is not the youngest. 8 is another younger child. 5 is older. 6 is older. 3 is older. 9 is younger, I believe. Yep. And the last one is 6, which is older. Okay. So we have a character that is older than 74 because Patton is 74 years old. We have a character that is younger than 74, younger than 74, older than 74, older than 74, older than 74, younger than 74, older than 74. Okay. Friends and family. Who raised you? So this is now a part of raised by, which is another D100. 37. A single father or a stepfather? Okay. Raised by a single father. God, a single father with 8 kids. Woo! An absent parent. So what happened to our mother? That's a D4. We got a 4. Your parent disappeared to an unknown fate. Single father, mother disappeared to an unknown fate. Ooh. Family lifestyle. That's a 3d6. 10. So we growed up modest. So lifestyle, we had a modest life. Our childhood home is 91 plus 0 from our lifestyle. So what was it? 91. A mansion. You know what? Yeah, we did modest in a mansion. A mansion for our 8 kids. 8 giant kids. These are 4 bogs, so they're all really tall. Good to know. Childhood memories. So this is 3d6 plus our charisma modifier. Yeah, no. Yeah, 4 bogs are an average height of 7 to 8 feet. They are giant kin. So so their ancestors were um their ancestors are are giants. So they're still tiny considered compared to actual giants, but did I already roll my 3D? Is that where this 10's coming from? Does anyone remember, did I roll a 10 or I'll just re-roll it. I got a 10 still, so there we go. Childhood memories 10. Oh, plus our charisma, which is okay, so 13. Childhood memories. A 13 says that I had several friends and my childhood was generally a happy one. Aw, good job, Patton. You had a happy childhood. Good for you. Personal decisions. Your character's life takes a particular course depending on the choices you make. Uh okay. So, these are to kind of decide why I became what I became. Now, the Artificer Guide only has the main 13 backgrounds, and one of the background that we picked, Fey Loss, is a campaign, like a specific campaign background, so it's not going to be part of this list, so I'm just going to ignore that part. But we get to decide why we decided to be what reason did Patton become a druid, which is a D6. So 2. I found a place among a group of druids after I fled a catastrophe. Oh no! Okay. The other options were I saw too much devastation of the wildlife. I've always had a fascination with animals, which honestly feels like it's the one that fits the best. Befriend a druid. Uh, while I was growing up, I saw spirits all around me, entries no one could perceive, and I sought out the druids to help me understand the visions. I've always felt disgusted by creatures of unnatural origins. I think. Alright, I rolled a 2, which meant that I found druids after fleeing a catastrophe. Or do we go with 3, which is just that Patton loves animals? What do we think? What do we think? Animals! Alright, we'll go with the animals one. Patton became a druid because he has always had an affection for animals, and so he explored my talents to see how I could best use them. Life events. Now, these are the fun ones. So, we get life events depending on our age. And we are 74, so we get 1d12 uh events. We get 11 life events. These are going to be fun. Life events. These are going to be fun. I've never had this many life events before, but that's probably because I make characters that are a little bit on the younger side. Now, so also no note. Patton is 74 years old, but for a furbog, they're not considered adults until they're 30 years old, and they live until they're 500. So being 74 is still considered young for a furbog. He's probably like in his 30s, maybe. I don't know the the conversion rate on that, but just so you know, he's not an old man by any means. I wouldn't consider him an old man if he was in his 200s. So yeah, just wanted to clarify that. But that does mean he has been on the planet for 74 years, and in 74 years, shit has happened. So let's see what type of shit has happened to Patton. We get to roll another D100. 70. You spent time working on a job related to your background. You start the game with an extra 2d6 gold. Sure, okay. Worked a job. He worked a job, so he gets 2d6 gold. He worked a job and earned 3 gold for it. That's our Patton right there. Way to go, Patton. Here, you can have 3 gold then. Okay. I need to roll another D100. 85. You had a supernatural experience. Roll on the supernatural events to find out what it was. Roll another D100. 91. 91. You briefly visit the Feywild or the Shadowfell. Oh, oh, that's really ironic because that's exactly what happened. Jeez, I'm so surprised that Patton visited the Feywild. That's so funny. Uh, okay. In human years, he would be between 30 and 35 if he was 74 in his years. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's like 30 years old. He's a young lad. 63. 63, you spent time working a job again. Alright, so he did another job. This time for 5 gold. Worth the job. 5 gold. Now he has 8 gold. Hehehehe. 1. Oh, what's 1? You suffered a tragedy! Oh no! A D12. 4. You lost all your possessions in a disaster and you had to rebuild your life. Oof. Coincidence? I think not. Okay, so that happened. What else happened to you, Patton? 20. You gain a bit of good fortune. Okay. The Good Boons Act. That's a D10. Another 1. Oh god. Oh wait, actually, a friendly wizard gave you a spell scroll containing 1 cantrip. Okay. Uh, let's look at spell scrolls. Is now that's a okay. So yeah, you use the scroll and then it dies. So let's go look at the cantrips. What is a cantrip Patton would get? Mm, I'm gonna re-roll. I don't really like that one. That one's not fun. 10. A distant relative you left. A distant relative left you a strip that enabled you to live in the comfortable lifestyle for 2d12 years. If you choose to live in a higher lifestyle, reduce the price by 2 go during the time period. Oh, yeah, sure, but we'll go with that one instead. Because Patton doesn't need more spells. So let's roll a d20. 18 years. So Patton was able to live comfortably for 18 years. Okay. 71. You met someone important. Used to supplement tables to determine the character's identity. Okay. We met someone important. We'll figure out who that important person is later. 49. You made a friend of an adventurer. Patton's just making all sorts of friends. Roll again. 43. 43. We'll roll again. 96. You encountered something magical. Roll the arcane matters. D10. 6. You were affected by a teleportation spell. Okay. At some point, I was affected by a teleportation spell. 9, 83. You had a supernatural experience. 13. A devil tempted you. Oh. A devil tempted you. Make a DC 10 wisdom saving throw. On a fail save, your alignment shifts one step towards evil, if you're not evil already, and you start the game with an additional, wow, a lot more gold. Okay. Oh no. What's Patton's wisdom? It's only plus 7. He just does not make it. That really sucks. I don't want Patton to be evil. It's your alignment shifts one step towards evil. But I don't know what that means. I don't like that one. I'm gonna roll again. I don't like that one. 23. Okay. I visited a holy site and I felt something there. Cool. 45. 45 made another friend of an adventurer. 16. Good fortune. That's the boons one. A relative bestows you with a simple weapon of your choice. Okay. Uh, I don't think Patton has any weapons. He has a quarterstaff. Okay, that's how he got his quarterstaff. He got his quarterstaff from a relative. That's cute. Last one. 18. We just did good fortune. Let's try something else. 86. You fought in a battle. Roll on the war table to see what happened. Oh no, Patton, what were you doing in war? You acquired yourself well in battle and are remembered as a hero. You might have received a medal in your bravery. Aw, that's cute. Good job, Patton. Even though you're a pacifist. What were you doing on a war site? Alright. This is the Sultimate table. That does a bunch of other things, but we don't need these. We already have our alignment. We're not dead. We have our class. We have our race. Again, this race chart's not that great. Relationships, status, yeah. So, but we will need this. So, alright. We worked a job for 3 gold. We visited the Feywild. We worked another job for 5 gold. We have lost all our possessions in a disaster. Uh, and had to rebuild our life. A distant relative gave us a comfortable lifestyle for 18 years. We met someone important. So let's figure out who this important someone was, which is how, by using this chart. So let's start with their race. Um, you know what? I have a better. So me and my friend, we use this chapter a lot, but obviously this chart here doesn't give us all of the It doesn't give us all of the races that we would want. So I'm going to, dang, did I save that picture somewhere? It's none of my favorites. My friend actually spent the time to make a proper um ch rolling chart for all the uh usable races, and I can't remember if I have it. I don't I don't know if I have it. I know they sent it to me one time, but that was a long time ago, so now I'm just kind of having to scroll up my aw, I have to scroll up my messages with them to see if I can find it. It's a good thing I don't know how far back our messages can go. This is worthwhile, I promise. Nope. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh my goodness. Still going. Wait, wait. I found it. This photos. Oh, and I do have it in my showing photos. Where is it? I'm gonna favorite that so I can find it better. Okay, so we're still gonna roll. It's a D100, and I'll just tell you what we got. 44. All right. The person that we met was a goblin. We met a very important goblin. A goblin. Um, what's their occupation? 25. Occupation is an arson or guild member. Okay. Um, do I give them a class? Sure, let's give them a class. That's another D100. 58 is a monk. So we got ourselves a monk goblin. Their alignment is 3d6. 15. They were also neutral good. A neutral good goblin. Don't see those every day. Relationship. Now, it just said that they were important. That doesn't mean that they had to be friendly with us. So let's see. 3d4, we got a 7. So they were friendly. They were friendly to us. So we'll add that under our friends category. A goblin. A neutral good monk uh guild member. And what is their status? That was 3d6, right? 3d6, we got 9. They're alive and well. That's good. I do need a name for them now. Goblin name generator. Uh, let's flip a coin for gender. It was a coin, right? Cool. Uh, I didn't actually state okay. Heads, heads for male, heads for male. We'll do it again. Heads for male. Okay, we met a female goblin. Female, female. So let's get some female names. What do we know about goblin names? Goblins, in terms of names, goblin names tend to be slightly guttural with many sharp sounds. There's some differences, of course, depending on what you work of fiction, but roughly follows this pattern. Okay. This is where I start putting names into Google Translate to figure out how the heck you say them.
Thax,
Facts. Alright.
Thax seals erks thang flyof ohiolmia kielgifsa stivarksa brimrizi slifesix.
Okay, I didn't like any of those names. I can't say any of them. So let's try that again.
Treltai Kethia Briki Stilsa Lu Griokigs Burtonku Friagalex Nolbinksi Ryamvaftia.
Okay, we're gonna take off that one, and that one, and that one.
Kethia Briki Stilsa Lu Griokigs Burtonku Friagalex.
Okay, we're taking that one off. Taking that one off.
Briki Stilsa Lu Griokigs Burtonku.
Don't like those two. Taking those off.
Briki Stilsa Lu.
Should we get a goblin named Lou?
Briki Stilsa Lu. Briki Stilsa Lu.
I don't mind those three. I'm gonna close that one for now since we don't need it. I'll close that because I don't need that.
Briki Stilsa Lu Prithia Slenga Chief Solm Blafi Arsalkai Uixelsa Klupiam Misdel Eherks.
Okay, so not those.
Briki Stilsa Lu Prithia Slenga Chief Solm Blafi.
Probably not chief.
Briki Stilsa Lu Prithia Slenga Solm Blafi.
Bathy. Um,
Briki Stilsa Lu Prithia Slenga Solm Blafi.
don't like slow.
Briki Stilsa Lu Prithia Slenga Blafi.
I kind of like Blaffy. Blaffy is kind of cute.
Briki Stilsa Lu Prithia Slenga Blafi.
I think I'm okay getting rid of that one.
Briki Stilsa Prithia Slenga Blafi.
Probably not Slanga.
Briki Stilsa Prithia Blafi. Briki Stilsa Prithia Blafi.
Probably take off Brickly.
Stilsa Prithia Blafi.
Prithia, Stilka, Blaffy.
Prithia Blafi.
Okay. Do we want Prithia or Blaffy? I I kind of like Blaffy. Kind of sounds like Flappy.
Prithia Blaffy.
You know what? We'll have both of them. That's her whole name. Prithia Blaffy. Actually, I should probably put that in front of here. Prithia Blaffy, a neutral good monk goblin. Briefly, a neutral good female monk goblin. There we go. Alright, so we got that one. You made a fan of an adventurer. So now we gotta go through that process again. We met an adventurer this time. 27. Oh wait, that's my chart. 27 is an elf. So we met an elf. Though there's multiple types of elves. We'll we'll look at the elf race and then pick what type of elf later. So we got an elf. Their occupation 86. They were a priest. So we met a priest. Elf priest. This is also supposed to be an adventurer, but okay. Their class 17 is a bard. Okay. We made a friend of an elf priest bard. Uh alignment 3d6. Okay, another 9. So another neutral good character. Um Relationship, it states that it has to be friendly because we made a friend. And their status. Another 3d6. 11. They're alive and well. Let's real quick. I don't yeah. We'll do it right now. Let's go see what type of elf it is. Because there's dark, high, wood, whatever this one is. Oh, I didn't realize they had it. We'll just do the main three. The main three are the drow, the high, and the wood. So let's roll a d3 to see which type of which type of elf. 2. So that's the high elf. High elf, priest bard. High elf name generator. High elf names are influenced by Celtic names, though some Native American influences are entwined. Most of the names seem to be altered slightly to more classical elvish feel. Okay. Oh, coin flip. Heads is still male. Let's see what gender we got. Heads, we got a male. Let's look at these names. Actually, D&D elf name chart. Sure, we can use this. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but it works for now. Oh, sorry. 8. Ooh, wow. So we got Elevor, and then for clan 34, Wood Fountain. I'm re-rolling. That's stupid. That's a dumb name. 86. Star Gold. Sounds just as stupid, but it feels more appropriate for a high elf. So what does that oh, what does that name sound like?
Eladaver Stargold.
Eladaver Stargold. Okay. So, Elador Stargold and neutral, good, male, bard, high elf. High elf, adventurer. Uh, priest. Uh, guild member. Alright. You were affected by a teleportation spell. You visited a holy site and felt the presence, probably where we met Elevor. A relative gave you a simple weapon, and you went into a battle. Uh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say Patton would be a medic. Patton doesn't have a lot of capabilities in healing, but probably was on like the defense squad is what I'm thinking. So these are all our life events. Now, I do have to figure out the pixie. So let's do this one more time for the pixie. The race is obviously pixie. Occupation, I don't really think the pixie would have any of these occupations. So we're gonna skip that and go straight to class. So let's roll for class. 40. A fighter. Mm, I don't really like that. I don't like that. An artificer? I also don't like that idea. What what am I thinking about this pixie? So so this pixie is part of the is part of my background that I get visions or Patton gets visions or dreams from a fae. And we rolled that the fae that he sees is a pixie. So I don't think they necessarily need a class. Definitely need an alignment though. I need to know what type of fairy this is. 8. Neutral evil. Oh no. Patton's getting visions from a neutral evil character. Neutral evil Feywild visitor. This pixie is like his devil showed is like his devil shoulder and is constantly trying to get him to do crimes. And Patton's just like, I don't wanna. Oh no. Um Relationship 10. Indifferent. Nope, sorry, 10 is still friendly. So it's still friendly towards Patton. Still friendly towards him. Their status is obviously that they're alive, so I'm not gonna really roll that. So, okay. I need a name for this pixie. Pixie names. The names of the ginger are based off the Celtic origins of pixies. Pixies are tiny, often mischievous beings originating from British folk world. They have Celtic roots. Okay. So we got male, neutral, or female. I'm gonna roll I'm gonna roll a D3 to decide if this character is a female, male, or non-binary. So female, male, non-binary. Non-binary. And okay, so the pixie is a neutral, evil, non-binary fae visitor. Neutral names. Let's look at these names.
Hetzild Biwena Canik Senethian Pertin Stedias Wengen Jofer Rula Braestrin. Hetzild Biwena Canik Senethian Pertin Stedias Wengen Jofer Rula Braestrin. Hetzild Biwena Canik Pertin Stedias Wengen Jofer Rula Braestrin. Hetzild Biwena Canik Jofer Rula Braestrin. Hetzild Biwena Canik Jofer Rula Braestrin. Canik Jofer Rula Braestrin. Canik Jofer Rula Braestrin. Rula Braestrin. Rula Braestrin Wersen Melnock Emlock Morvariant Celiroan Fuadros Uman Tomadon Wythian Lamomoer.
Wow. uh,
Rula Braestrin Wersen Melnock Mlock Morvariant Celiroan Fuadros Uman Tomadon Wythian Lamomoer.
Lemora. Okay. Uh,
Rula Braestrin Wersen Melnock Mlock Morvariant. Rula Braestrin Wersen Melnock. Rula Braestrin Wersen Melnock.
okay. So we're still back to these two.
Rula Braestrin.
What do we think? Do we think Rula or Bryston? I think I think Rula uh is easier to say.
Rula Braestrin Regia.
Regia? You want Regia?
Rula Braestrin Regia.
I guess we could go with Regia. The first oh, you were trying to spell the first option. Okay, yeah, we'll go with Rula. I don't think pixies really care about having last names, so it's just gonna be Rula. Rula, our neutral evil, non-binary Feywild visitor who's still friendly towards him. My goodness. Alright, now that we have all this information, I somehow have to make all of this make sense. So, Humphrey Paxton is a furblog who lived in who was raised by his single father with 7 siblings because he makes 8 with 7 siblings in a mansion he had a he had a peaceful childhood. Growing up, Patton loved animals and lear- learned how to better communicate with them and gain the ability to turn into animals and control nature its its itself. Um uh Humphrey's mother dis disappeared uh one night when he was a when he was I don't know 20 years old. That's still young. That's still really young for furbogs. No one knows what happened to her. Some say she was taken to the Feywild. Um, in her in her absence, Brunas Deas. Hello, Space. We're working out Patton's backstory. Also, his name is now Humphrey Paxton. So looks like the parents are back home. So you might have come in at the wrong time. All right. Um, we'll figure this out. Okay. So in her absence, all her wealth went to her husband, which kept Patton's kept Humphrey's family well for the next 18 years. What else? Um, Actually, we didn't pick out what guild member. What is um? Let's see. We'll go. It's under backgrounds. The guild arson. Let's see what type of guild business our goblin did. D20 3. A brewer, distiller, or vintner. Okay, we're gonna go with brewer because that's the only one I know. Brewer. Basically all beverages. Okay, noted. During that time, Pat, uh, Humphrey. Oh, what do you mean your building complex is falling apart? Humphrey met a goblin brewer named uh named Perthithia Blaffy. The two hit it off, and Humphrey enjoy enjoyed her right her yeah her visits to his uh I guess village. Okay. Uh, what else? Oh, also space. Patton has uh Oh, has 8 siblings. Patton's the ninth child. Oh, we have to do the siblings. I forgot about that. We need to do the siblings. Okay. Race. Obviously, they're all furbolgs, so we don't need that. Occupation. What do they all do? 58. Also, I'm just gonna hit the save button. There we go. Okay, so for one of them was 58. So they were a hunter or a trapper. Okay, so we have a hunter. 87. We have a priest. 'I don't think I need that anymore. Okay, 4. An academic. 46. 46, we have a farmer. 86. We have a, wait, nope, sorry. We have another priest. 6. 78. We have a merchant. 51. We have another farmer. Or I guess this one could be a herder. And the last one is 96. A soldier. Oh wow. This guy this guy really went to town. Okay. Let's figure out what their alignments are, though I might be a little 3d6. 7. Yeah, I don't think any of them would be evil natured. So 9 is neutral. So we'll go with true neutral for the hunter. 8 is vetoed. 13 is neutral good. 12 is true neutral. I think 9 is vetoed. No, 9 is also. Wow, a lot of true neutrals over here. 13 is neutral good. That was another neutral good. Then we have 8, just vetoed, another 8, another 13. Neutral good. And 12 is true neutral. My goodness. I guess it is just really hard uh to get to certain ones. All right, so they're all uh what else? Classes. I'm not too concerned about giving them classes. I already gave them occupations. Relationships. Sure, we'll do that. Seven. Seven is friendly. So we have friendly. 5 is still friendly. Seven is friendly again. That's another seven. Five is still friendly. I guess this makes sense. They are family. Nine is still friendly. Seven is still friendly. And six is still friendly. Yep, okay. So, surprise. Patton's family loves him. Okay. But here's another thing. Status. This one could be a little scary. 3d6. 9. 9 is alive and well. 10 is also alive and well. 5. Missing. Ooh. 9 is alive and well. 7 is 7 is alive but doing poorly due to injury, financial trouble, or relationship difficulties. Alive but doing poorly because of. We're going to roll a d3. 2. Because of financial trouble. 12 is alive and well. Wow, they just really let this guy just not do well. 6. Okay, another 1. Alive but doing poorly because of an injury. The herder! Oh no, one of his animals attacked him. And the last one, honestly, that should have went to the soldier, but oh well. 16! Wow, finally I actually got a really high one. 16, alive and infamous. That makes sense. I think this one's going to be very important. I think having one of them being missing, maybe there's a goal of trying to find the missing sibling. But okay. Uh, Humphrey Paxton is a furbog who was raised by his single father with 8 siblings in a mansion. He had a peaceful childhood growing up. Growing up, Humphrey Free loved animals and learning how to better communicate with the loved animals and learned how to better communicate with them and gained the ability to turn into animals and control nature itself. Humphrey's mother disappeared one night when he was 20 years old. No one knows what happened to her. Some say she was taken by to the Feywild. In her absence, her wealth went to her husband, which kept Humphrey's family well for the next 18 years. During that time, Humphrey met a goblin brewer named Prithia Balfi. The two hit it off, and Humphrey enjoys her visits to his village and trying any new drink she comes up with. What else? Oh, that's I remember now why I had it like that. Okay. Um. Oh, looks like I'm out of time. This is a very short stream, I know, but I have to go eat dinner with my dad and celebrate his birthday. So, thank you. We'll continue Patton's backstory next time, and hopefully, eventually, we'll uh get to Logan's character. But for now, I gotta run. Bye.